Hi everyone. Before the tutorial starts, I want to tell you that this video is a bit long because I'm trying to cover every aspect to explain every step I do. So yeah, if you're a bit lazy, if it's a bit too long for you, you can find the complete project on my Patreon. It comes with pre-made parameters with some text explanations of how each parameter works. So yeah, and if you use this visual on social networks, please feel free to tag me. So yeah, I wish you a good video. Hi everyone. Today I will show you how to create this effect. So I'm using a Kinect V2, but you can do it with a V1 or Azure or maybe another point cloud device. So let's start from scratch. So obviously the first thing to do is to add a Kinect top. Like this, select the good hardware version, and in image select the depth point cloud. I want to see what I'm doing in the space, so let's split the screen in two, and here select Geometry Viewer. I will reduce the size of the window, and here right click and add a null called pause for positions. So we will instance our point cloud now with an add sub. Switch on the add points, right click here, add a convert and convert to particles per point. Now you can right click here and connect it to a geocomp. Okay. In the geo you switch on the instancing in instance tab and drag and drop this node right here and select R, G and B. I will not explain again how the instancing works. You can find it on my first tutorial or even on, I don't know, derivative forums and stuff. So now I want to add the texture to see well what we're doing. So yeah, now we have our geometry in space. With this button you can hide it or show it, display. Okay. So now I will first create the kind of time slicing effect. When I move, there are those layers on me, vertical layers. So in order to do this, I will first first make sure that if you press the middle button of your mouse here, you can see that you are in 32-bit float. If not, go in common and here select 32-bit float. Okay. I will select a ramp, connect it. So we are connected to keep the same resolution, like this. If I do not, it's the default resolution you can find here. So connect it to have the same resolution. Go in Output tab and select Resolution Only. And yeah, we will use my maybe favorite node in the tops. It's called Time Machine. And Time Machine needs Texture 3D to work. So connect the Texture 3D, connect it to the Time Machine. And yeah, the Texture 3D is storing the previous frames, as you can see. So I will take this parameter, cache size, and drag and drop it right here. Release and select reference, and when I click here I open this expression, and add the minus before. So we show that if we modify this parameter on the texture 3D, it's applied, the modification is applied to the time machine too. So yeah, connect the time machine here. And now we need another input on the time machine to work and to see this effect. So we need a black and white image. So let's connect the RAM first. Don't focus on this, like artifacts, we'll delete it after. Let me try something. No, it's not because of this. Okay. So we want to have like vertical lines. Let's modify this to white. This one to black. Let's add 2 points here. So to add point, just left click like this. Let's modify the period like this. So we can see now if we move that, we have like slices, select, mirror. Okay, it's nice. And yeah, now I don't want to have like straight lines, so I had a blur after this. Press shrink 2, filter size 2. So I mean it's just the way I like it. You're not forced to do the same and to add the same parameters. Okay, so now we have our lines moving. The background is not moving, so we don't see the lines. But if I move my Kinect, yeah, you can see that the background is moving too. Anyway, so how does it work? In the time machine, we see that the black offset is -15. It means that it takes in the so according to the second input, the white will be the present, like the instant, and the black will be 15 frames in the past. So the time machine takes this texture 3D to achieve this effect. So if we modify these values, you can see that we have like bigger lines like this, and yeah, you can play with. So you know. It's quite funny. Anyway, let's go back to vertical and this value, and I like to have like more wavy lines here. So in order to do this, we'll use the famous display stop. So connect the first input here, connect it right here. It needs obviously another input, a black and white one. I mean, I need the black and white, so add the noise, connect it like this to have the same resolution, and yeah, connect it here. So we see that this image is displaced in function of this one. So in this one, we'll modify a bit the parameters on noise, period 3. And here on the displays, we would reduce this to this. So now it's quite better. Okay, now we'll move this a bit. We'll make it move. So add a constant chop, add a speed chop, and on the noise, go to the transform tab, click on the plus of the speed, and drag and drop this here, chop reference. So if we want to understand how the constant speed works, we can add a trail like this. And if we add a value here, if we modify the value, let's say to 0.1, it means that the value of the speed will be increased by 0.1 every second. If I put 1, Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to 0.1. The trial is just for observing the data. So now we can see that our waves are moving. If I increase this a lot, yeah, and I move in space, you can see that it's working good. Anyway, now I don't want to have like all the background. I want to have only my face, only my silhouette. Even if I don't know if silhouette is the good word in English. So yeah, in order to do this, let's see. I want to delete everything that is in depth, and the depth is following the z-axis. So I want to delete on the z-axis, and I want the deleting to happen from maybe 0.1 z. So I will add the threshold top, connect it. I want to delete on the z-axis, and z in instancing is represented by the blue pixels, and I want to delete everything that is greater than 1 or maybe more, I don't know. We'll see, let's put 1. So it will act as a mask. So I will add a multiply to get back the position values like this. Okay, so now we can see that we have only us. This value is not it's working for me. It depends on how far you are from your Kinect, and if you have like objects around you, maybe you cannot delete it easily. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, 1.2 is good value for me. Save again your project, and now I don't want to have like points on the geometry. Maybe spheres or a box. So let's select box. Reduce the scale to 0. Connect it, and increase little by little the scale to select the, let's say, the scale. You can middle click the mouse button, and yeah, and here select the scale and move left or right, because if we go like here or maybe like this, it's not the good way. It can be very hard for your computer if you're going to big size instantly. So go to math and select a phone. Okay. Let's say that I don't want to have like constant size for every instance, for every box. So to do this, I will create like a generative scaling. So at the noise, connect the multiply 1 or maybe the post to the noise, and in output select noise. So keep it as black and white. We don't need to have RGB values. Maybe we can select like, let's put like very low value, so it's kind of random, you know. After I like to add the math. So when you go in range, go back to your noise and select the amplitude and drag and drop it right here. So now we develop this parameter and say multiply by 2. Okay, so now we can connect it to another null and call it, name it scale. Okay, in the geo, drag and drop it here. We're not, I mean, you can put RRR or RBG, RGG or GG. I mean, you can do whatever you want because it's only black and white. So RG and V always have the same values. Okay, so now with the math we can choose like the minimum range. Let's say 0.5. If I put 1, all the instances will be at the same size, and if I do this, we'll have like minimum 0.5 and maximum 1 size. And if I increase the period, we can see the pattern, the noise pattern. But I like to have like kind of random pattern. Okay. If I increase the maximum size like this, we can see that we have a box here. And it's not only a box, it's a lot of box. We'll see that it's a lot of box because first I don't want to have like the same, if I pause it, we can see that we have the same rotation for each instance. And I want each box to be rotating differently in space. So yeah, we can just copy this, paste, delete the math, and select random, monochrome off. We can resume this. Offset to 0 and amplitude to 180. Okay. So we put monochrome off because we want to have RGB values. RGB for rotation on X, Y, and Z. And let's call this null rot for rotation. Okay. So here R, G, and B. So now we have, yeah, different rotations for each instance. You can, if we don't use random and select like simplex, we can translate, so it means move the rotations, but I will not do it here. It's not I don't want to focus on this in this tutorial. So yeah, now we can see that it's a lot of boxes. I don't know. Excuse me, I'm French, so I'm not. My English is not perfect. So yeah, we'll try to delete this mass of cubes. I don't know if I will have the good way to do it, honestly. So yeah, let's first add a null. If you have like better solution for doing this, please feel free to tell me. I didn't spend a lot of time to understand this problem, but yeah, so I want to this 0, 0, 0 exists because we have, if I press plus here and then press the D on the keyboard, or just right click and select display pixel values, we can see that the alpha is actually RGB at 0, so it creates all these pixels, create all these points right here. So I will create like a fake point very far from us, and I will do this thanks to a constant. So connected, in output select over and swap the order. So now if I connect it, the box disappeared, the group of box disappeared. But because it's 1, 1, 1, because we added white, the group of points are here. I mean, it's good for us, but in your render, if you see it, maybe you can increase like you can put it whatever you want. Okay, so what do we have to do now? Yeah, I like to have this my shape. I like to be in the center of the geometry. To do it like good, right click here and select top viewport, and now we will add a point transform here like this. So let's play with the z parameter. Okay, and maybe a bit like this. Those parameters depends of, again, where is your Kinect placed compared to you. Mine is a bit on my right, so I will not have the same parameter as you. So now select front viewport to play with this parameter like this. Okay, nice. Yeah, I will modify this because I don't want to have like those big values. Oops, sorry. Like this. Oops. What did I do? I don't understand. Oh yeah, sorry, I made a mistake. Let's say where I have these values, you have to put the box size at 1. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. So now I want to see it in the render, so add the camera. We can close this for now. Add the camera, add the light, add the render top, and in common you can change the resolution you want. Oops. Like this. Connect it to a transform top to replace the alpha by a black color, like this. Add the null, and you can display it. Okay. So now there is something strange. I think that our camera is not on the good. Oh yes, it was back. So yeah, it's better like this. So it's like this. I don't know if it's for every Kinect like this. But yeah, now the camera is, I need to modify the lights too. Okay, so now I can, yeah. Hello. Yeah, I have something to do. I will pause and then go back in a few minutes for me. and a few seconds for you.
One eternity later.
Okay, I'm back. Before adding the particles coming from my points, I want to have a constant chop to modify the, let's say, the main parameters of this network. So the first will be, I will call it time slices or time layers, and it will manage this parameter right here, so 15, like this. So you can click on the plus, drag and drop it here, and chop reference. So now if we modify this parameter, it will allow to manage this one, but be careful if you have too much frames in cache, it can affect your frames per second. So let's go back to 15. I want to modify the depth too. So let's add a constant, call it Kinect depth. It's 1.2 for me, and here reference it. And I want to modify the scales, the minimum and maximum scales of the particles too. So let's add two parameters: minimum instant scale, copy, paste, and here it's maximum. So the two values we have are this and 002. So go on your math one, and here reference these two values. Okay. So now we can modify some things with this parameters. Yeah, okay. What you can do is on the phone you can play with this. If I want to have like sparkles, it's pretty, but yeah, I will put these values. Okay, now we'll focus on how to create particles coming from me, and then going up with some noise and yeah. So we need to add a select top, and let's grab the transform top. And I want to, the number of points we have here is not enough, so we will increase the resolution of our texture thanks to a resolution top. And I want to keep the aspect ratio of this image, so right click here, go in shop and select info. Here we select only res X and res Y, and connect it to a math. In res here, go in common, output resolution, select custom one, and here you can drag and drop it this way. So now we have this resolution, but if we go in this tab and increase this maybe to 2, we can see that the resolution is now higher. To add the particles, we need the component created by Supermarket Salad. I will reference this video in the description. But you need to do this 10-minute video in order to have something called live component. So the life for me is in my components. Where is it? It's here. Okay. Okay. Or I will take the one I have here. I have some errors. Yeah, okay. I want here to have the lifetime at 1 and variance at 0. I want to add a keyboard in shop and drag and drop it to the reset. So when I press 1, it's happening in my case, this error, but I don't think that it will happen for you. It's very strange. Like, oh no, okay, it's just an error. Okay, so let's add this component here. Add a feedback top like this. Connect this keyboard into the feedback. Okay. And the first output here. And let's add an over. Yeah, like this. And then a null. Okay. And drag and drop the null on this feedback. Okay. So now let's instance again. Let's add another null and call it pose particles like this. Add an add sub at points connected to a convert. Convert to particles per point. And finally connect it to a geo. And in instance, switch on and translate OP, R, G, and B. Okay, so we see now. Oh, let's add a texture, material, sorry. Let's add a point sprite like this. Okay, I found the solution of why we have these points in the back. It's because of my solution to delete the floating points, you know. So go to the constant 3 where we applied values to the background, to the alpha, and I really realized that it's not a good solution for this, but yeah, you can just increase it so the points are very far and we don't have the kind of a trail, you know. So yeah, now when we are moving, we can see that some points are following our position, and I want these points to move in a certain way, but this is again up to you and how you like your visual to be rendered. So I will add here after the feedback a point transform and translate it to the top, maybe like this, maybe a bit in the back. Okay. And I will scale it like this, like this. Okay. And now I want to have like wavy movements, like noise to these particles movement. So I will add two noises here, like this. So connect all the inputs to the feedback, select the two noises and go into output and select noise. So this allows to map according to, apply noise according to the map we have here. So yeah, now let's add the two noises together. Save the project again. Okay. And let's modify the noises values. So period 3, monochrome off, and let's put like 0.008. And here let's change the seed. Here as well we can change the seed in the two noises. Let's add a smaller period, monochrome off again, offset 0, and let's add just a little value. And we will add these noises to our actual point cloud. So select an add, like this, and yeah, you can see the noise. So again, I'd like the noise to move and to not be in the same shape. So I will add a constant chop, and now speed and a null, like this. Let's copy, paste. So this one, let's reference this value to the Z translation, and same for the noise 5, like this. Okay. And let's put two values. Put the values you want. It's really up to you. Okay, nice. And now when I move, the particles are following me. If there is only my chair, only the chair will create, particles. Okay. So now I want to add some color to these particles. So let's move this to the right. And I want the color to change according to the age of each particle, because with the tool created by Supermarket Salad you can select the lifetime and the variance of the lifetime of each particle. So each particle starts its age at 0, and then when it's at 1 it dies and go back to the original position, which is me. So it created another output called, and it represents the age of each particle. So you can do it like this. Add the select top and drag and drop it here. And now I will show you a tool which is very interesting, and it's this one. It's the color lover palette. It's free. You can find the link in the description too. So download it thanks to the asset download. and you can select like very easy some palettes of colors, and it's very nice. You can choose what type of color, what kind of colors you want. Click on get palette. So yeah, it's very nice. I have it here like this, and thanks to a lookup I will transform yeah, it's not affected because we have here 32-bit float mono, I think it's maybe because of this. So pixel format, yes, okay. So now we can see that I think that let's see, if I put nearest pixels, so we have red and purple. Okay, so yeah, the black represent the left part of the palette, and the white represent what we have on the right. So now we can connect it to a null and call it colors particles like this, and go into instance 2, drag and drop it here, RGB, and we have our colors now. The one I used on my Instagram video is something called American Idiot. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, American people. It's not me. I didn't choose this name for this palette. I will add a level here, because we can see here that it's starting red and going to white, and I want to invert it. So add a level and just invert. Okay. Remember that when you want to change the life duration of a particle, let's say 0.2, it's sometimes, it depends of your network, good to press 1 thanks to your keyboard inch up, and remember that the keyboard inch up should be linked here too. Okay, and yeah, that's it. But for me, I don't have enough particles. It still depends on the computer you're working on. Yeah, in my case I have a powerful computer, so I think that I can push it a bit more, maybe to 4. So now I need to press 1 again, and it's not working. Why? Why? I don't understand. If I go back to 1, it's not working too. Is the feedback? Oh yeah, it's not. I have a problem here. You can see that the resolution is not the same as here. So I don't know. Let's try to connect this again. Yes, okay. I had a problem in the reference of this chop to the reset. So now I can increase this, press 1, and yeah, it works. So this number really depends on your computer power. So please be careful, and again, do not forget to save. So yeah, now we can add some new parameters to our constant chop, and you should like select always CTRL A and then hide everything, so you can sometimes win some fluidity, some frames per second. Okay, so now I want to set some parameters in the constant. Right click on it, please, and select view. We'll put it right here. Okay. So I want to add particles res multiplier. I want to add particles life duration, and I want to add, I copy this, particle life variance. Okay, so for me it's 4, 0, no, it's not 0, it's 1 and 0. Okay, so in the math I can drag and drop it here. In the life I can reference those parameters. Okay, so save, and yeah, again, now with this constant shop we can modify some values of our system more easily than going to every node to play it, to change it. Okay, so now I'd like to have some shadows on me. So make sure that this display is disabled on the GO2 and GO1. In your light, go in shadows, select soft, develop this, and reference this parameter. So now we can press the plus, click on H, and yeah, we can see that we have shadows. I just have to find the... I mean, you can select this one, yeah. Keep this one selected. Oops. And you can increase the resolution of your shadows. And oops. Yeah, because I have this point very, very high. When I press H, it's not. It's the point we see here. Okay, let's try to increase a bit the maximum scale. Maybe 25. Okay, nice. So nice. We have the main effect. We not like box is not mandatory. We can use spheres, but let's choose polygon and low frequency spheres like this. It depends on what you want. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I'm very sorry for this part with this point right here. If someone has an idea to do it simply, I would be glad. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it, and do not forget to support Supermarket Salad for this amazing component here. And yeah, goodbye. See you soon for another tutorial. Goodbye.